Boy, Nate the Hate must have been sweating. Must have been shaking in his boots. Not really, but he did claim, he was quite sure, he even doubled down on the idea that there was going to be some sort of Nintendo presentation in July, despite the fact that July was quickly coming to a close. He insisted that it was still happening. And look at that, Nintendo came in clutch. They announced a presentation for essentially the last second, not the actual, literal last second of July, but considering their usual timing for these kinds of things, the last possible instant it could have been reasonably. The final day of July, July 31st, at the usual Nintendo Direct time, 6 a.m. Pacific, that's my time. But as expected, seeing as it was such a weird time and Nintendo already did their own kinds of announcements the last month or two, it did not end up being a traditional Nintendo Direct. We knew it was probably going to be a partner showcase or an indie world, and indeed it is a partner showcase. And sure, obviously we're super duper excited about the next Nintendo Direct, all that stuff that goes without saying. Where the heck is Metroid Prime 4? When is Metroid Prime 4 coming out? I really want to know. But this is still quite exciting. This is still quite exciting. I feel like the last few partner showcases, partner directs, have really been filled with a whole lot of games. This is going to be 25 minutes long, and even just the April Direct announced so many games from third parties, and now we have a dedicated 25-minute long presentation. Yeah, it's here. Switch 2 just started its life, so there probably are a lot of games that third parties are waiting to reveal. Just as Nate the Hate said, he did say that, he's probably right. I can imagine that there are quite a few titles. I would not be surprised if this is another one of those ones where it's just game after game after game after game. Obviously, we can't count out the idea completely of exclusive games. You never really quite know. That's the funny thing about a partner direct, is it could be nothing but ports, and it would be that's completely reasonable. But there's the occasional curveball. I want to say it was the last one, whichever one where they announced Endless Ocean Luminous. That was a one more thing. That was an exclusive game. And then of course, even in the April Direct, they announced a FromSoft game, an absolute exclusive to the Switch 2. So it is possible we could get some exclusives. I just kind of feel like the industry is kind of moving away from that kind of thing. It's why would you? Maybe a timed exclusive. So it's possible, but I'm not really getting my hopes up. I am mostly expecting just a bunch of new announcements for new third-party games, and then, of course, updates on previous ones. Speaking of FromSoft, I really would love more information on Duskbloods. I don't know if we're gonna get it, because it's not coming until next year, and they're probably gonna want to put more focus on Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. It's not out of the question, but I'm not counting on it. I really would like to know more, though. As always, I have very mixed feelings about the game, but I am very excited to learn more. But then speaking of Elden Ring, as far as release dates go for previously announced games, that's obviously the big one for me. I'm really, it's nearly August, and so we've still got some pretty notable games that were announced in the April Direct that we're still waiting on release dates for. You can never be sure of anything, but I'm reasonably confident that tomorrow is when we are going to get a release date for Elden Ring, so that'll be very nice. Not that I have the hundreds and hundreds of hours that I want to just keep spending on Elden Ring. I still haven't beaten the last boss of the DLC. Oh, I'm so mad about it. It's so hard. I don't know if I'll ever beat it. I've always beaten the bosses. I've always gotten there. But this one, why am I talking about this? The point is, I'm still playing the DLC, so I don't need a Switch 2 version. I don't need it, and yet I still want it. I still very much want. I love the idea of playing on my Switch 2, and I have it on my Steam Deck, but I'm also just really curious to see how it runs on Switch 2 versus the Steam Deck version. I'm very curious. So that's exciting. And then Final Fantasy Final Fantasy VII. That's the other one where we're kind of waiting on a release date for, so that'd be cool if it happens. Back to the idea of newly announced third-party ports, though. I already did a whole video about the games that third-party stuff that I would like to see on Switch 2. Go check out that video if you have not yet. Those are my major picks for stuff I'd really like to play on Switch 2. I think the game that's on a lot of people's mind right now would be Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I think that's probably like the fan favorite, kind of like if you can like pick one game that everyone is kind of hoping for. Not everyone, but like the most people, the one that's going to be more of like the top. I mean, it's the darling game right now. Really small team made it, and yet like a lot of people are considering it game of the year already. It is cliche to say that something is a perfect fit for the Switch. At the same time, I think that game is a very, very perfect fit for the Switch. And so yeah, I mean, it's on my list. Spoilers, that is one game I'll tell you. I also would really like to play that game. And I would be a lot more likely to play it if I could play it on my Switch 2. So yeah, I think a lot of people probably hoping for that one. I honestly don't know how likely it is. I think it's probably plenty likely, I think. I mean, I think the game has sold all right. So I would hope that they would feel it was worth investing in a Switch 2 version, but at the same time, you just never really know about anything. The game came out earlier this year. They may need more time before they're ready to do something like that. I don't know. But that would be cool. And yeah, beyond that, I've got other stuff too. I'm Resident Evil. One of the modern Resident Evil games would be nice. Just stick that on there, not the cloud version, but like an actual version. That would be good. But yeah, again, go watch the video if you want all my picks. But yeah, it is sure to be a fun time. I would like to stream it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to set an alarm. I wanted to stream the Pokemon thing, and then I completely forgot that it was happening at all, and then I slept through it. I'm going to right after I hit stop on this thing, I'm going to set an alarm for tomorrow. Pretty sure I'll stream it. Not 100% sure. I've been really, I mean, I'm always trying to focus on improving my sleep. So like if I'm really trying to sleep, then I may not, but most likely I'll be up at that time, and I will stream it, and we will have fun. You can listen to a groggy Arlo groggily reacting to various third-party announcements. So I hope to see you there. It will be a fun time, and yeah, to circle back around to Nate the Hate, that's major credit. I said it before, and I mean it. We were saying, like, no one else is talking about there being a direct, being another presentation this month. It seemed less and less likely as each day went on, and he doubled down, and you know what? He was right. When it turns out, when Nate the Hate tells you there's going to be some sort of presentation, I don't know what connection he's got, but, like, I believe him now. He's got cred in my eyes. Other details about games and whatnot, I have absolutely no idea. But as far as presentations go, I believe Nate the Hate. I'm a believer. I'm a believer now. Better watch out for the Nintendo ninjas now. Maybe someone might come sniffing around wondering where the leak is.